Hello and welcome. Now I have been thinking about something to start the video with, perhaps saying something dark and mysterious like, "Oh, you're probably wondering what this dark room is all about," until I realized that the video title pretty much gives it away, and it may also be the sole reason why you are watching this. So let's just push this button. Yes, in this two-part video I would like to show you how to build this very compact and high-intensity ceiling lighting system. Now, while it takes some creativity to turn a redstone circuit upside down, the original idea is not from me. It is from, and I hope I pronounce his name right, from Sesqui, who built a compact and high-intensity floor lighting system. But where I want to build a lighting system, it's so close to bedrock that, well, there's not enough room. I will show you how it works, and then we're gonna build our own one. If you're not really familiar with redstone and you think that redstone powers stuff and makes cool machines work much in the same way as witches do voodoo, then you're absolutely right. It does. Let me take a quick nap. Wow, I had the weirdest dream. So, if you push this button, it magically generates power which is transmitted through redstone dust into this block, and then this block will be powered. Think of it as if you touch the block, you get electrocuted. Then this redstone torch will be turned off because the default state for redstone torches is on. But if you supply them with power, they turn off, and this sets in motion a chain of events which transmits a redstone signal vertically upwards into this Ars Knowledge, and up there is where all the magic happens. So let's take a look. Now if you know Sesqui's version, you probably notice that there are not so many redstone torches because he powered every of these sticky pistons with one redstone torch each under it. But since you can't place something under it when you turn this upside down, I more or less accidentally figured out that if this block is powered, it will in turn power all adjacent blocks, including the pistons and the repeaters you place in between them. And there's nothing much beyond this point. The circuit ends. So what happens? You push the button, the light switch. It's much like this button, going into this Ars Knowledge. This is the set button, and the light switch will also set the latch. I built this because formerly you could break this machine. I will explain later. So when the latch is set, this torch will turn off and makes the sticky piston retract. They are now always extended, pushing down a glowstone block or a solid block. Also, the torches on the sides will turn on and power this repeater on its highest delay setting and this one. Though only on one side there will be a block, or should be, that will be powered and transmits power to this redstone dust, which transmits power to all of these repeaters for a small delay and these regular pistons. The signal is then transmitted to this repeater, going into the reset line of the Ars Knowledge. So why I built this is I wanted to push the button and wanted it to have no effect until the sticky pistons retracted. These pistons, or the other ones on the other side, pushed the blocks, and then the latch would be reset and saying that these pistons can now extend. It's much the same on this side. Actually, it's perfectly symmetric. In Sesqui's version, there would be a repeater here and there, first transmitting power through all the blocks, making sure there is a block in every piston, but it broke for me. I don't know if it's my design or if it breaks for him too, if you push the light switch in rapid succession. What happened to me was that one or two of these lines would be pushed back into their original position, that meaning now the light is turned on. And if you push the button in rapid succession, it perhaps would turn the light off on these two lines, but turn it back on again, and then the whole circuit would break, because on neither side the circuit could be closed, transmitting power to the pistons. But I think this construction pretty much fixed it. It's probably really fancy, but my magic is not so good, so I wouldn't know. Now, this latch, this thing may look a little complicated, but it's really easy. It's just the latch, consisting out of 3 solid blocks, a little redstone and 2 torches, and these are just for getting up here to the reset line. I have a small Arsenal latch here. This is it. This is the latch. There's where the input comes from, and there's where the output goes out. It's, well, inverted. And down here is the set button. If I push this, the output changes. If I push this again, nothing happens. That's what I intended to, until the latch is properly reset with this button. Now you can push this all over again, nothing will happen. So 7 minutes have passed. My time limit is 15, so let's build a new one, a bigger one, a more satisfying one. But it's still gonna be a 2-part video, because I don't think I can do this in under 15 minutes. What I've prepared here is a perfectly square room. It's 15 by 15 blocks, including the outer walls. This is just something fancy to access the roof. The fences obviously are for safety. I just let this bad joke pass. And the roof is extended by 2 blocks on each side, because we need some more room for the wiring and stuff. And also there's a 2 by 3 platform on the far side of the access point, because this is where the input from the button will come from, but you can make the input come from anywhere really. You can also choose how much light you want in your rooms. And something else, you're playing Minecraft, you got to have some creativity and imagination. Maybe you don't even know of it, but it's somewhere deep down inside of you. So I'd like you to imagine that this was a beautiful room in your house or in your castle, or maybe it's a beautiful chamber deep down the earth, just a few layers above lava, smoldering ponds of still lava that just waits to be turned to obsidian to build my huge nether portal so my master can finally... I think I said too much already. So this will be a high intensity lighting system, and we're placing a light on every other block. What I'm doing now, it's actually first time I'm doing it this way and this big. I'm placing a block everywhere where light is going to be. This will help me mount the sticky pistons. At least if you're building this under the sky. I think it's easier if you build it underground, where you have a solid ceiling already to mount the pistons to. Now I will drill some holes everywhere where light is going to be. So remember, there's 2 tiles extended, there's the wall, and the first light is 2 tiles in. And I'm doing this for every light there's going to be. Now we need some scaffolding because, well, you obviously cannot place the sticky pistons in the air, and you need to make it 3 blocks high, and then there must be a block above every of these holes. Now it's getting dark again, so I'm gonna take a quick nap. Oh, reverse the polarity. Oh, dream is over. Ah, damn it. So, I'm gonna remove some of this, what we're not going to need. And I'm starting to place the sticky pistons under each block, and then I'm stuck. So not cool. Actually, forget what I did. Now under each sticky piston, place a glowstone block. And now you can go up on the roof again and place a solid block for each glowstone block. Now you have to decide in which direction you want to push back and forth. I will be pushing from this into this direction. It's east and west for no particular reason. You see the clouds are always moving north apparently, so this is east and west. And now you can also place your regular pistons on each side. Now, and with this, I will conclude part 1 of the tutorial. In the next part, we're gonna start with the blocks that power the pistons and the wiring and everything else. So see you in part 2.